Jamar.
What's going on YouTube?
Washington.
This is boy Jamar for here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamar for here. I literally just turned the camera off and just completed my Love and Hip Hop review. So that video should have been up, and this should be up Wednesday. Today should be, when you're watching this should be Wednesday. But I'm gonna do a video that I haven't done in a very long time called the Washington Post. And the Washington Post used to be just me recovering, you know, any current events that I wanted to talk about. But I just haven't, because for some reason I just feel like I've had the energy, or the stuff that's been like really happening has been stuff that's been so depressing. And honestly, I don't get much enjoyment talking about, you know, things that make me angry, or, you know, things that make, you know, they're just sad. It's not enjoyable for me, so I tend to avoid those topics. But excuse me. I'm gonna start, you know, getting back into these videos. I may have to incorporate a, you know, a negative story every now and then, but if it's for the sake of the video, and I'm gonna incorporate some things that I do want to talk about in there too, so it'll balance out. And I got me some cranberry juice. Y'all like some cranberry juice? I know it sounds like old people stuff, but should be popping. I need that to keep my throat hydrated, because I done did a whole lot of talking for Love and Hip Hop, and I'm gonna probably do a whole lot of talking over here, so I'm gonna throat be a little dry. But I'm gonna talk about the latest news that we just got. I'm gonna start off with the bad stuff, and it was announced yesterday, I believe, that, you know, Bobbi Kristina had passed away at the age of 22 after being in a medically induced coma since January 31st. Y'all remember way back in January of this year, she was found submerged in a bathtub, just like Whitney. That's kind of really creepy, the way that happened. Almost like, see, I mean, I know there's a possibility that she could have, you know, had an accident, slipped, fell, she could have committed her own suicide or what have you, but just the fact that she literally was found the same exact way that her mother was kind of makes it sound like she was killed, and they just staged it to make it be more dramatic. And of course, all eyes and fingers are pointing to Nicki Gordon, her brother / husband. And I was reading Funky.Neva when he posted about it, and they're like, well, shit, now guess what's about to happen? It's about to be World War III for this Houston estate. And he was like, she believes that the estate should go to, I guess, Bobbi Kristina's next of kin, which I guess would be her father, but her father's family. It was just gonna be a mess. I mean, y'all didn't know? Did y'all know that they had like a plan to do a reality show based off of Bobbi Kristina being in that coma? Like, are y'all really that like, things like that make it seem like they're that desperate for money and fame, or to build off of this whole coma situation, that they're gonna be willing to make a reality show out of this shit. I'm like, you know, some things should just be sacred, but people nowadays could give 2 fucks and a rat turd about it. So what is this? Is that my chair? Okay, that's that chair making that squeaky sound. This shit driving me crazy. But R.I.P. to Bobbi Kristina. At least now we know she's, you know, back with her mother, and probably in a much happier place than what she was here on Earth, baby. So rest in peace, baby girl. I'm so sad to see, you know, young people go so soon. It really is. But that's the serious, heavy side of the video. Now we're about to get into the bullshit. So I'm about to sit here and talk about these past Twitter rants, okay? And I ain't even gonna spend too much time on it, because I feel like it's a whole bunch of bullshit. So, what day was that? I can't even remember what day that was. In the middle of the damn day, Nicki Minaj on Twitter going off about the VMA announcements. Now, mind you, at the time, I hadn't been on social media like I used to. because it's just so much going on in life right now that I literally don't have the time or the energy. So the time that I was actually looking at, reading what was going on, it's in the middle of the damn day, and I hadn't looked at all of the VMA nominations. I just saw the people saying that they were out. Usually, I don't really go and look at all the categories. I just, it's more enjoyable for me to just see who's in the category when I actually watch the show, So I knew that the categories were out, but the way that Nicki was going off about, the nominations, it was almost like she didn't win shit. But come to find out, homegirl was like nominated for 3 other VMAs, or what they call Moon Man? I can't remember. But she was nominated in 3 other categories, but she was so busy talking about why Feeling Myself and Anaconda didn't make Video of the Year. I'm like, Nicki, well, I can tell you, first of all, Feeling Myself was put on Tidal, so that fucked it up from the get-go. It was doomed upon arrival with that shit. And then it was just a cute video that was like, okay, we see it. I think the fact that it was on Tidal, people couldn't really watch it, made it kind of, more mysterious, and people, drew more attention to it. But after people saw it on bootleg, on other people's websites, and I mean, it was cute for the first few watches, but even after that, we don't care anymore. And Anaconda, the only reason it got so big was people just wanted to see all the ass jiggle. Like, Video of the Year does not equate to most popular video at the time. Like, it was just popular because of your ass was shaking for 4 minutes. Like, why would that be Video of the Year? Like, Video of the Year is usually something impactful upon pop culture, something of that nature. But and she was going on talking about how I released a video uplifting women. I'm like, really? Really, Nicki? Bitch, please. And then she says, if other girls released a video about being skinny or some shit, then they're going to get nominated or they might win. And here come Taylor Swift ass going to pop up in the motherfucking mix and say, I can't believe you would say this about me. I thought I always supported you, and how could you pit women against each other? I guess, is it because a man took your spot? I'm like, ooh, Taylor. Girl, this is not the arena of shade is something I don't feel like you have enough experience in to just be hopping full force into this shit. Okay? So, everybody, of course, Taylor and Nicki's fans are going back at it and back at it. People, Nicki's side are like, oh, Taylor missed the point, and she's just, they're putting up all these headlines about how Nicki Minaj took in jabs at Taylor Swift, and they're using a nice picture of Taylor Swift and a jacked up picture looking at Nicki Minaj. And Taylor Swift's fans are saying, tearing Nicki down. And my thing is this. Nicki, I feel like you just shouldn't have said shit. Even if you felt that way, like, going off on Twitter never solves anything. Okay, especially if you're going to try to bring race into this shit. Now, that if you talk about other girls being skinny and releasing videos, I'm like, there's not too many skinny white bitches releasing videos that probably was nominated for Video of the Year other than Taylor Swift. So I can understand how she could be looking at you like, bitch, did you just try me? But at the same time, like, y'all celebrities just need to just not say shit on Twitter. Like, rant about it to your friends or something. Why y'all gotta go on Twitter and now you gotta start all these beefs, and now your publicist gotta get into it and try to fix it and save your image and shit, try not to make you look too bad. Like, why would y'all even go through all that? Why not just keep your mouth shut? I don't see why you have to voice your opinions on Twitter. Like, are you seeking to get fans in a frenzy? Do you want them to fight for you? Like, I don't know. It just seems stupid to me. But she did later apologize and said, oh, I thought, I was mistaken. I thought you were talking about me and this, that, and the fourth. And, Nicki was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. But still, that whole thing was just dumb. I'm like, first, it all just started with Nicki just going off about nothing. Like, girl, you sit up here talking like you ain't gonna never get an award. You sit up here doing all this bitching about this VMAs, but yet at the damn BET Awards, you forgot what awards you were even getting. So, let's not. But you know what? Nicki is getting having drama from both sides of the fence because her man, Lord, Meek Mill looks like a straight up nematode. Okay, we just gonna call it space. That man looks like an amphibian. Okay. And I'm sorry, but in comparison to SB is fine in my opinion. But SB is very attractive, so I don't know how she just went with the Ninja Turtle over SB. But you know what? To each his own. You know, to each his own. I'm not Nicki. I don't know her preferences and what she looks for in a man, but I'm just saying, you got black and white. But anywho, Meek Mill, I don't know what it was he said first. I want to say that he started talking about SB first. So he pulled up a video or tweeted out a video or what have you, brought attention to a video of SB twerking. Now, I watched the video. First of all, I almost wouldn't be able to tell that was even him. If you told me, if I just watched the video regularly, I probably wouldn't even been able to tell that was him. And it comes out that, mind you, if that was SB, which this been confirmed that it was, he was twerking, he was pop locking, and he was getting it. But he was trying to say, "Oh, I know you was gay, this, that, and the fourth." But then he was like, "Well, first of all, SB is Jamaican, and Jamaican people dance like that. So, what are you really saying?" You know what I'm saying? And it was like when he was 17. Like SB is 34. Like this is back in the early 2000s, like, or late 90s. Are you serious? So that whole argument was just invalid. But then, I was watching Sweet Addictions TV, Candy, and she brought up a good point. She was like, but, why he's making all this noise about SB, like, where did you even get that video? Somebody is either Meek Mill has way too much time on his hands and was looking for that video, because that like whole video, I don't think how you would find that without doing either extensive research or somebody showed it to you out of spite. And so I think that either he had way too much time on his hands, or Nicki was being petty and was like, "Hey, let me show you this video of SB back in the day," and then he just ran with the shit. So he then goes to talking about shit about Drake, like he don't write his raps, and I wish I had knew that before I had featured him on my album. And he talking about Drake ain't shit because he ain't tweet his album. I'm like, bitch, just because he's featured on them and he has to tweet your shit. Hell, if they want to tweet it, they'll tweet it. If they don't, then they probably don't give too much a fuck about your music. Or they probably just did the feature for charity. Because I can guarantee you this, I've known about Drake for many years, even before he was a rapper. And Meek Mill, honest to God, most of us just now found out about you because you date Nicki Minaj. Now, I forget who it was it was listening to. I think it was Alexander Rogers who was talking about you were featured on a Keisha Cole song back on her Woman to Woman album on a song that wasn't released, so we really don't know, but you was doing Keisha Cole records before. Now you on the Pink Print tour. So you done moved up because of Nicki. Okay, not on your own accord, because he tried to make that argument too. Like he done sold. I think his album went #1, and he done got all that based on his own merit. Like shit, you did. Like look, people was interested or probably just got introduced to your music through Nicki Minaj. Okay. You did not get that shit on your own, bro. Do not sit here and try to gas yourself up, because if Nicki broke up with you today, you'll be a nobody by tomorrow. Honest to God. You ain't even cute, though. Like, even if she broke up with you, it's not like people would even be interested in you afterwards. Especially now that you're going to sit here and be on this fuckboy shit on Twitter. Like, what the fuck? That shit ain't cute. And there was like a little small little Twitter beef about Perez Hilton just randomly saying shit about Beyonce, how she don't write her songs. We know she don't write her songs. How many times y'all gonna keep bringing this shit up? Like, it's not even fun anymore to talk about. It's really not. Was that everything that happened among the Twitter universe? Taylor Swift, Meek, Drake, Meek Mill, and the nematode. I think that was all of them. Hell, if I missed one, I'll shoot. It is what it is. I feel like there was something else I was supposed to say about it. Oh, Drake had released this new track called Charged Up. Now I hadn't listened to it, but I know that he put something in the song just to be some shade towards Meek Mill, something along the lines of "No other girl has had me starstruck," and needs to help me with my raps or something. Basically the shade was, I ain't never been starstruck by a bitch, and you ain't even the best rapper in your relationship, so shut the fuck up. That's how I interpreted it, what he had did. And I'm like, well, see, shit, Drake ain't got much. I mean, compared to Meek, like, really, who is a Meek? That even sounds ugly, Meek. It sounds like something is being splattered across something and it's nasty. Like, I don't know. I just can't fuck with him. And like most of the world didn't know he even existed before Nicki Minaj brought him to the limelight. But yeah. But we're going to try to keep these Washington Post going. I'm going to try to stay abreast of the news so I can keep these. I'm so mad I just did that. I'm gonna keep these things going so I could, give you some Washington Post videos along with the regular reviews and such and whatnot. Do y'all want me to review Empire next season? I think I'm reviewing Empire next season. I think that's gonna be dope. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. You know I gotta do a random scale. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe.
Washington.